Good afternoon, everybody. Today we're going to go through chapter 10. I'm going to have to record this class, but if you have any questions, write them down, okay? Voy a tener que grabar esta clase, pero si tiene preguntas, por favor, anótelas y me dejan saber para el miércoles. Okay, so we are on chapter 10, getting the job, right? Capítulo 10, obteniendo el trabajo o el empleo. So learn names of jobs. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit. We have number 1, computer technician, right here. And then number 2, auto mechanic. Técnico de computadoras, mecánico, automotriz. We have here a job where somebody is taking care of somebody, right? So we have child care worker, and we have home health aide, right? Alguien que trabaja cuidando niños, alguien que trabaja cuidando personas de la tercera edad. And we have also physician's assistant, and we have a dental assistant. So tenemos asistente del doctor o médico, and asistente del dentista. So computer technician, auto mechanic, child care worker, home health aide, physician assistant, dental assistant. We're gonna go to part D. And we have write the vocabulary, look at the pictures, complete the sentences. So number 1, the home health aide works in people's home. She takes care of elderly people. Okay. Now we have number 2, the repairs cars. He works in a garage. So if they repair cars, you see here a car, so the auto mechanic. The works in an office. He repairs computers. He repairs computers. Right here, computer technician. So the computer technician works in an office. He repairs computers. Number 4, the works at a hospital. He helps doctors. Okay. Right here, the physician's assistant works at a hospital. He helps the doctors. The works in a dentist's office. She helps the dentist. Okay, dentist. We have the dental assistant. So the dental assistant works in the dentist's office. She helps the dentist. The child care worker works at so the child care worker works at a daycare center. She takes care of children. We zoom out and go to the next page. Okay. Now we're going to see more vocabulary. We see busser, cook, delivery person, gardener, manager, painter, plumber, and server. Let's repeat that one more time. Busser, cook, delivery person, gardener, manager, painter, plumber, and server. So busser usually helps the waiter, right? They usually help clean the table. They bring chips and salsa if it's like a Mexican restaurant. Cook, right? Somebody that's going to be cooking the food. So let's go through these. Let's start with cook, because I think that one's easy. Cook, we look at the image here, and it's letter E, right? Cook, cocinero. Okay. Delivery person, we already have that one. That's A. Okay. We have a gardener. Gardener would be letter H, right? Then we have manager. I would say manager would be B, right? Painter, right here, he's painting, letter G. Plumber, letter F, right here underneath, right? And we have server and busser ready. So we see right here, taking out the food. Usually, if they're going to take out the food, they're the server or the waiter, right? Or waitress. So that's a letter C. And usually the bussers, like I said, they clean the tables and they bring chips and salsa or something if it's like a Mexican restaurant. So that would be yes, letter D. Okay, we're gonna zoom out. And go to the next page. Okay, here we're gonna have some reading and writing. So let's zoom in. Okay. All right. So first we see here some job ads, right? So we see work at Pizza King, Pizza King. So they're looking to hire some people, right? A driver, a manager, a cook, and a server. So if you want to be a driver, you have to be willing to work evenings and weekends. It's a part-time job, 18 hours a week. You have to have a driver's license, and you have to contact Shane Avila, and then that's Shane's email. Manager, they want you to have 2 years restaurant experience. This is a full-time position. You have to work days and weekends, and you have to contact Ann Paul. They're looking for a cook, 1 year experience cooking. This is a full-time position. FT is the same as full-time, which is 40 hours a week. That includes evenings and weekends. And you have to contact Shane Avila. It's the email. And then there's server, high school diploma. There's no experience needed. This is a part-time position, so 15 to 20 hours a week, days, weekends, and you have to contact Shane Avila. Then we go here, and we see an email. Subject, Pizza King driver, from Sergey Petrov, and he's sending it to Shane Avila. So it says, Dear Mr. Avila, I'm writing about your ad for a driver at a Pizza King. I don't have experience, but I'm a good driver. I have a New York driver's license. I was an auto mechanic in Russia. Now I'm studying English in the morning, so an evening job is perfect for me. I can also work on the weekends. I can work part-time or full-time. Please send me an application, or I can come to the restaurant any afternoon or evening. Thank you, Sergey Petrov, 201-555-5498. And then the email, sgpetrov34@mymail.com. All right, so we check our understanding. Okay, we're gonna say if these sentences are true or false. Sergey wants the driver job. True. He lives in Russia now. No, he doesn't, right? He lived in Russia, right? I was an auto mechanic in Russia. So that's false. He is a pharmacist in New York. That's not true. It doesn't say that he's a pharmacist, so that would be false. He can work in the mornings. That's false, right? Because he's studying English. He needs an evening job. He can work on Saturday. He says, I can also work on weekends. True. He has a job application. False, right? He says, please send me an application. Zoom out. Let's go to the next page, okay? What I want everybody to do is to write an email being interested in working at a job. So pretty much like this, okay? Say what job you're interested in, what experience you have, what times work best for you if you want full-time or part-time, and ask for what the next step is for the hiring process, okay? I'm going to say this now in Spanish for my Spanish speakers, okay? So quiero que ahora escriban algo parecido a este correo electrónico. Quiero que digan qué trabajo están interesados, qué experiencia tienen, qué horarios les funciona mejor, si les gustaría trabajo de tiempo completo o medio tiempo, y como preguntando cuáles son los próximos pasos. Eso es lo que quiero que escriban. Voy a continuar con la clase, pero ustedes escriban eso al terminar este video y los repasamos el miércoles. All right. All right. Now we're going to see simple past, right? This is what we're going to be learning. Let me zoom in. 1995 to 2005, Rico was a farmer. 2006 to 2008, he was a student. 2009 to 2013, he was a gardener. 2013 to present, now he's a business owner. So this is present, right? So this is simple present. These are all in the past. How do we know this? Because of the use of was. Was. So here we see the charts. When you're speaking in the past, right? En el pasado, cuando estamos hablando en el pasado simple, we use was and were. You use was for I, he, she, and you use were for you, we, they, right? If you want to make it negative, it's easy. You just add the not. Okay, so let's work on this right now. Simple past. Affirmative statements. I was a student. You were a student. He was a student. She was a student. They were students. We were students, right? Important part is was and were. And then we have negative statements in simple past. I was not a student. You were not a student. He was not a student. She was not a student. They were not students. We were not students. Okay. Was not. Were not. Was not. Were not. You do it. All right. We're gonna zoom out. We're gonna go to the next page. Okay. Okay. I think we're gonna have to zoom out. You can see it all. We're gonna listen to some statements about these pictures, about Sophia and Emily, and we're gonna have to choose which one is correct, okay? Let's hear it.
Unit 10, Getting the Job, page 135, Lesson 3, Grammar, Exercise 2A. 1.
They were high school students in 1998.
Okay, they were high school students in 1998. They look like they're in school, so I'll say yes. Right, Emily and Sophia.
2.
She was a child care worker in 2003.
Okay, so she was a child care worker in 2003. I see Sophia here with a kid. I see it's 2003. I see Emily here. She looks like she's a server. So I would say Sophia.
3.
She was a home health aide in 2011.
Okay, home health aide. Sophia looks like she's here with an elderly person. Emily looks like maybe she's studying, so Sophia.
4,
She was a teacher in 2016.
Okay, she was a teacher, so I see Sophia. She looks like maybe she became a doctor, and Emily looks like she's a teacher, so I'd say Emily.
5,
They are good friends.
They're good friends, Emily and Sophia, because many years later, it looks like they're still eating, hanging out. Okay, go to part B. Hopefully we can do it. So Sophia in 2003. Okay, so Sophia was a child care worker in 2003. She wasn't a server. Emily, 2011 here. Emily was a student in 2011. She was not a teacher. Sophia, 2011. Sophia, she wasn't, right, a child care worker, because, sorry, 2011. So in 2011, Sophia was not a child care worker. She was a home health aide. And then this would be in the present, because we have today, right? Sophia and Emily are good friends today. So all these sentences were in the simple past, except for number 5. That is in the present. I'm gonna zoom out. I'm gonna go to questions. So, yes, no questions and answers. Were you a doctor 10 years ago? Yes, I was. Or no, I wasn't. Was he a student 5 months ago? Yes, he was. Or no, he wasn't. Were you at home last night? Yes, we were. Or no, we weren't. Were they at school last week? Yes, they were. Or no, they weren't. So let's go to here. Let's see questions in the simple past. Okay. Were you a student? Was I a student? Was he a student? Was she a student? Were they students? Were we? Oh, sorry. Were we students? And then you would say, yes, I was. Or no, I wasn't. Or no, I wasn't. Yes, he was. Or no, he wasn't. Yes, she was. Or no, she wasn't. Yes, they were. Or no, they weren't. And yes, we were. Or no, we weren't. Okay. So let's go to part B. Were they at school yesterday? Subject is they. So no, they weren't. Was she a student in 2006? So yes, she was. Letter D. Was he at home last week? Yes, he was. Letter B. Were we late for class this morning? Yes, you were. Okay. All right, we can zoom out. Okay. We're also going to look at the use of can and can't. Let's zoom in over here. Can and can't, right? I can make copies. Jose can speak English. I can't drive a bus. He can't speak Chinese. So can es como poder, ¿verdad? Yo puedo, yo no puedo. So here, center, the use of can. Let's just lower it. That way we focus on a new page. So, affirmative. I can, you can, he can, she can, they can, we can. So this one doesn't change. This is pretty easy. And then we have negative statements, right? So I can't, you can't, he can't, he can't, she can't, they can't, we can't. Okay. Sorry. All right. So can, can't. We're going to listen to some pronunciation, see if we can figure out which one of these are, okay?
Unit 10, getting the job. Page 137. Lesson 4, everyday conversation. Exercise 2B. 1,
I can't fix the sink.
Okay, 2,
2,
I can plant flowers.
3,
I can take care of children.
4,
I can't fill prescriptions.
5,
I can't speak Spanish.
6,
I can cook Mexican food.
perfect. All right, now we're going to go to the next page. We're going to listen to a conversation.
Unit 10, getting the job. Page 138. Lesson 4, everyday conversation. Exercise 3A.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Tran.
I'm from Vietnam. I came here 5 years ago.
Do you have work experience?
Yes, I do. I worked in a restaurant. I was a restaurant manager for 2 years. I can cook, serve food, and wash dishes too.
Can you work weekends?
Yes, I can.
That's great. You're hired.
All right. Let's go to part B. We're gonna have to choose the two options.
Unit 10, getting the job. Page 138. Lesson 4, everyday conversation. Exercise 3B. 1,
Is Mr. Tran from the United States?
So is Mr. Trump from the United States? No, he isn't, right? He's from Vietnam.
2,
Does he have work experience?
Does he have work experiences? He says, yes, I do. I worked in a restaurant, so yes, he does.
3,
Was he a mechanic for 2 years?
Okay, it says he worked in a restaurant, so no, he wasn't.
4,
Can he cook?
So he says, I can cook, serve food, and wash dishes. So yes, he can.
5,
Can he serve food?
Serve food. So yes, he can.
6,
Can he work on Sunday?
Can you work weekends? Yes, I can. So yes, he can. Perfect. Now down here we see we're looking at questions, right? With can. Let's put here questions. Can I? Can you? Can he? Can he? Can she? Can they? Can we? All right. Remember, when you change it, right? I can, you're being affirmative. You can do this. Can I? When you switch it, when you put the can in front, that's when you make it a question. All right. We don't have to do this part right here. Here we're gonna do some reading, okay? At home, make sure that you're reading this, okay? Out loud. Okay, so we have some vocabulary. We have employee, that's a worker. Employer, person or company that you work for. Boss, the person you work for, your supervisor or manager. Coworkers, people who work with you, other employees. And communication, telling people your ideas and feelings, understanding other people's ideas and feelings. Let's look at this. Are you good or are you great? What is a great employee? We asked some employers and here are some of their answers. Great employees are great at communication. They always read emails and employee information from the boss. When they have a question or problem, they talk to their coworkers or their supervisors. Great employees are great coworkers. They help coworkers and they ask coworkers for advice. They are friendly and calm. They don't get angry a lot. And great employees want to succeed. They come to work on time or a little early every day. They complete their work on time and they always try to learn more about the job. All right, we're gonna zoom in. So according to the article, great employees talk to their bosses, talk to their coworkers. Or A and B. I would say C, right? According to the article, great employees ask their coworkers for help, help their customers. Okay, I would say C, right? Both. A calm person is usually angry, relaxed, tired, relaxed, right? Letter B. According to the article, great employees don't make mistakes, come to work on time. Or A and B. Everyone makes mistakes. So I would say B, right? They come to work on time. Then let's go to this part. Why don't some employees succeed? Sometimes people get a job, but they don't succeed. After 1 or 2 years, they lose their job. Why? According to managers, these are the most important reasons an employee loses a job. They don't learn new things, doesn't control emotions or understand coworker emotions, doesn't try to do well, isn't friendly or has other personality problems, or doesn't have the skills. So percentage of managers say employees lose their jobs because they don't learn new things. Don't learn new things, percentage, 26%, right? Percent of managers say employees lose their jobs because they have personality problems. Personality problems right here, 15. We'll zoom out, we'll go to the next page. All right. Here we have some people. We have Eli, Ida, Talia, Rosa, and Sam. So number 1, Rosa is from Mexico. She was or were a teacher in Mexico. She was. She is or can teach math and computers. She can. She can or is also repair computers. She can also repair computers. Now she live or lives in California. She lives. She is or was studying English at night and working at a computer company in the morning. So she is studying English at night and working at a computer company in the morning. She repairs computers. She likes her job, but she wants to teach. All right. And with that, I believe we are done with chapter 10. Yep, we're done with chapter 10. So I sent you guys all the exercises. So please work on the exercises. And I'm also going to send a couple exercises within on at so we can continue practicing that. And we're going to go through the exercises on Wednesday. Thank you so much for attending class, and I hope you learned something new today.